Call to order. The time is now 6:02, September 8th, 2025. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark.
Here.
Copeland.
Here.
Madison.
Here.
Scott.
Here.
Parmentine.
Here.
Highland.
Here. Okay, we're at number 2. If you have all seen the agenda beforehand, we will now pass the agenda if there is no objections to doing so. Any objections?
I have an objection.
Okay.
I just wanted to object to the agenda. So that's,
Okay, what's your objection?
the objection is that I feel that this process could have not been so rushed, and that the board could have had some type of discussion on the process of this interview process.
Okay, so I note your objection. However, we are pressed for time. We have a couple board members that will be out of town next week, as well as a couple board members expressed to me about them having to work 7 days a week or go to school certain days. So I thought it would be beneficial to everyone if we just had a meeting on a day, if we had interviewed the candidates on a day we already were going to be here, due to a lot of us would have to be absent if we would have scheduled another meeting.
Absolutely, Madam President, I do, out of no disrespect, but I just feel that the board was not on board with the whole process. But I do understand, you know, everyone have lives outside of here, and this was something that just came up, you know, that happened. So I just hope that in the future, that we're able to come together as a board and discuss these things.
So the only thing that was not discussed was that we were having this on this day, correct? So everyone was included on the questions and the rest of the process, right? We didn't take anybody out of the candidacy or anything.
No, we did not.
Right.
So the right part is that usually in my past, we've always been able to come together as a board and have a discussion of the date. And usually it's at the meeting, the next following meeting, or we could have even discussed it maybe that on the 25th, but it just never was discussed with the board at all. So that was what my objection was.
Okay. So, anyone else have any objections?
I have a question. So, like, after we interview everyone, after we ask all the questions, do we send them out? Do we come together as a team and discuss who we like,
Yes.
who we want to vote for, who we're leaning towards? Do we have this discussion after we interview everybody?
Yes. And keep in mind that it's public. Just
So we won't. I mean, we'll have it, but it'd be public.
it would have been public anyway. Especially
Even the
meetings
special
are
meeting would have been
yes.
public?
Yes. So they would have known the questions and everything prior to today.
If we had a special meeting?
Yes.
So that's why we did it?
No, that's not why. It was more of the who could be there and
Oh, time.
all the special things people have going on, and we will already be here today.
But now that we're here today, after we're going to come together, we're going to talk.
Yes.
We're going to decide together as a team, as one board.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So I'm sorry.
So, I think I'm echoing what Scott is saying. So, after we all the candidates come before us, and because we're new, and so I've been through the process before, but I did not know the full process. That I was trying to remember when I did it. Did I leave out and did come back? And I just could not remember. How did it go that day? Did I leave out and then come back in or something like that? But so I'm with Scott, we just being able to discuss it, so that mean it, regardless if we would have did it later or present time, it still would have had to be in a public setting.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Across the board?
That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, 1 second, bear with me. Okay, so, again, we have all seen the agenda beforehand. We will now pass the agenda if there are no objections to doing so. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
What's the issue?
It's okay.
It's
You approved it,
passed,
it's passed?
Right,
Okay, okay, great.
right?
I didn't hear it.
You passed it?
yeah, she passed it.
Because she's
Nobody
asked,
said
she
that.
asked Ms.
Oh, I
Greer to
didn't-
call the
Yeah, I
roll.
just,
Okay.
I didn't know.
You want
So
to-
if there's no objections, you could ask her again. If there's no objections now,
All right, okay, so there's no more objections. Could you please call the roll? Right.
Is that right, Paul?
Parliamentarian in here.
Cochran,
What do
Well,
I?
you gotta call the roll for you now. You don't have to call.
well,
What are we
That's a
taking a vote on?
consensus.
Okay.
because there was an objection
Oh,
to
Oh, I thought she
to
was just
passing.
commenting.
Usually, when you don't take a roll call, is you pass it unanimously. But there was an objection to the agenda. So unless you're okay with the agenda as is, there was one objection to it, so it's not unanimous. So you
Right.
can't approve it unless, so now you have to approve, you have to ask everyone to vote to make sure that you have consensus.
Oh, okay.
Tyler,
Yes.
Perriman Tanks,
Yeah.
Scott,
Yes.
Madison,
Yes,
Cochran,
No.
and Clark.
Yes.
okay, the agenda passes. We will unanimously approve the consent agenda if there are no objections to doing so.
I'm sorry, point of order. You said unanimously, it wasn't unanimous.
That's
Unanimous.
The consent one.
The consent agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought she, I didn't, I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the vote part. I didn't hear her say that we were on the consent agenda.
If there are no objections to doing so, we will now unanimously approve the consent agenda if there are no objections to doing so.
I did have
Any
a question on the personnel action report, but I don't think this is, I'm just gonna pass it because we wanna just get to the interview, so I'll just go ahead and pass.
Okay, Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
No, it was,
Oh,
she doesn't have,
oh, got you. Thank you, sorry. All right, we will now go to number 4, candidates. Candidates vacancy to the Oak Park Board of Education. Ms. Greer will facilitate the interviews. Each board member will ask one question from the list that is in your folder, starting with, we'll go around from Trustee Tyler, just go around to Trustee Corcoran, and then the next candidate, we could go from Trustee Corcoran back to Trustee Tyler. I do ask that Trustee Perryman Tanks can keep time, make sure we're on the time limit. Every candidate will have 15 minutes, and
We have
20
Bobby
minutes.
Walker here, our first candidate.
Hello, hi everybody.
No, it's
How's
15.
everyone?
Bobby.
Hello.
hello, how you doing?
You're gonna, just to protect integrity, is anyone else being interviewed today?
No,
Oh, okay. All right. Pat, you know why we're here? Oh, okay.
Hello, Ms. Bobby Walker, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Is this thing on? You
It's
guys
on.
can, you can hear me.
We ready? Oh, ready? Are we all ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
ready.
All right, first question. What is your vision and mission for the district?
Well, my vision and mission. I have been a resident of Oak Park for over 30 years, and I've seen it come because I started here in 5th grade. And I have my children came through. I have grandchildren in here now, and my vision is to have it add to the greatness that Oak Park is, because Oak Park is a great city. We have been through a lot, and we're building and continuously building. So I want to be a part of that, and I want to show my pride that I have for my community.
Thank you.
No, that's all her question.
One question.
Okay.
One question. If, so nobody asked.
Okay. If you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
Actually, I'm proud of Oak Park School District. Our kids have really came up from when I came through here. And actually, I wouldn't change anything. No, I wouldn't change anything because I like the way that the school district is going.
Okay. Have you worked on any other committees or like boards or anything, like committees?
Yes, ma'am. I am a part of SWAC, Strong Women Against Crimes of the Community. And I've been with that organization for over 10 years. And we have came through Detroit, we have came through Inkster, and we've came through Ecorse.
Okay, what strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, students, parents, and staff, are heard and considered in board decisions?
Well, I would actually have more people come in to the board meetings, the parents, the children, and more people in the community come in so we can all be as one and not be different with each other.
Okay. Serving on a school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
I would actually do my research. So by me doing the research of what we are discussing, I think I could go off of that for my research.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question? I mean, repeat your answer.
Oh, and for my research, I would do the research on what we would be discussing. So I would have to do my research on it so I would know exactly how to benefit the children of Oak Park.
So in the challenging times that we are facing this year, why have you decided to be a part of the decision-making process?
Because I have grandchildren who are now in Oak Park. My sons went through here and I went through here. And I feel like by me having gone through the school system, I want to add to it. Because like I said, I've been here over 40 years. I've seen people come and I've seen people go. And my interest is what's best for the children. And Oak Park has great children. We have a great band. We have a great board. Just might need a little work or whatever, but we all can do it together, and that's what I want to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, thank you, Bobby.
Can I ask follow-up questions?
Did you do?
Can we do a
You
phone?
do 2 questions?
No, she did not. She is the board member. Let's see. So, working effectively with other school board members and the superintendent requires skills of the communication and decision-making. How do you see yourself working with that?
I am a team player, and I'm very inquisitive, so I would actually be asking the board members questions and trying to figure out the best way to solve whatever solution that we will have at that time.
Thank you.
In your view, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? And can you share an example of how you would apply that mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
Okay, well, since my sons have gone here, I have experienced where, I don't know if you all know, this was a while ago. I try to get out there and talk to the kids, find out what's going on with them, and if they're having any problems. And that's just me. I've been doing this for, I don't know, for years. And if there is a problem with them, I would have them go to the right person that they're supposed to talk to, instead of going to social media or, you know, on the other end, other kids. Our kids need to know that they're safe, know they can come and talk to any one of us, teachers, principals, even the janitors if need be. But, yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Thank you.
How would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the best interests of the students and district?
Head on. Whatever it is that needs to be done for the kids, I'm for it.
Do you have a connection to the school system? Kind of answered
Yes,
that
ma'am, I
question.
do. I have 2 grandchildren that, one is at OPA and one is at Nova.
What are 3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself?
I'm sorry?
3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself.
Team leader, great person, and I love kids.
Final question. Let me see. Oh, what positive immediately impact could you have on the school? Excuse me. What positive immediate impact could you have on the Board of Education?
I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to work with everyone here to get the job done. And also, I have a great personality.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. What?
Yeah.
Something.
She's been there.
How are you today?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I am great, thank you. So we're going to each ask you 2 questions, and you can answer them, and we're going to go this way, come back this way, and
Okay.
all right.
Good afternoon, good evening, actually,
Good
good evening.
evening.
How you doing? All right, first question. What positive and immediately impact could you have on this Board of Education?
Well, first of all, I am a parent of 2 former Oak Park graduates, one in the class of 13 and one in the class of 2024, who was the poet laureate of that year. So I have relevance of that. And also I have a grandson who is now attending Key Elementary in the 1st grade. So I have some longevity of knowing what has gone on with the board over the couple of decades, as well as relevance right now.
Thank you.
What are 3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself?
Outgoing, helpful, and available.
Good evening. Have you worked on any type of committees or anything, like boards?
I'll start, I was the secretary of heads of my daughter's Head Start PTA. This was back 2008, 2009. I had been the secretary over at OPA PTA in 2019. I have assisted for probably 7 years of the Marching Legion as secretary, as assisting with volunteer work, as assisting with fundraising.
Thank you.
Okay. What strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, students, parents, and staff, are heard and considered in board decisions?
It's sitting down, having open-ended question and conversations. I would take effect of what we do as board according to our board rules, as well as looking at OPEA, and also having a very good rapport with parents. Because I've worked on several boards and doing several things within the school and volunteering, so I have a good rapport with teachers, I have a good rapport with parents, and I hope to have a very good rapport with the board.
Serving on a school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
Well, being the parent of a kid who had a 504, I really had to fight because it was something that was not known to the school district of what she had. She had seizures. So my primary focus then was making sure she got the best care within the school. So in thinking about that, as I always thought about my band kids being my kids, if I'm on the board, these are my kids, and they are the priority.
Thank you.
Hello. How do you plan to support and retain high-quality teachers in our district, particularly in high-need areas or in a low-performing school or schools?
Well, that's not always simple.
Just one second. Was that your question?
Yeah, that was one of them that I sent to Ms. Greer. Because
Let me answer it.
No, I have to make sure it's on the list.
Oh, I didn't
Can you
know.
repeat it? I'm sorry.
how do you plan to support and retain high-quality, you're saying because it's not listed?
Yes.
Oh, in the challenging times that we are facing this year, why have you decided to be a part of the decision-making process?
Well, I'll say it like this. I have been, for many years, I've been on the opposite end. So which means I've been the parent calling the school district. I've been the parent talking to people on the board to have things changed or even looked at. So I feel like it is now my time to be a part of the solution instead of always bringing problems.
Thank you.
Okay. In your view, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? And can you share an example of how you would apply the mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
Okay. Well, seeing that, I always tell people it's best to have skin in the game. And right now I have a grandson who is matriculating through Oak Park School System, which I would like him to be the third person within our family graduating from Oak Park. So I'm very, very adamant and proud of what Oak Park brings to the table. So as I say, if I have to do it for one, I have to do it for every single kid that is at every single school in this district. And I mean, it can be a challenge just because of where we're at politically, where we're at as a community, sitting between two better performing schools. But I do believe that it can be done, and it has been done. I've seen scores go from lower to higher end. That might not be at the top in the shining stars, but we graduate greatness in this district. And I want to be a part of graduating greatness out of this district.
Thank you.
How would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the best interest of the students in the district?
As I said, I got a grandson here. I have skin in the game. Not every decision that is going to be made from this board is going to be popular. But at my forefront, these kids need the best, and I want them to have the best.
Thank you.
Why do you want to be on the Oak Park School Board?
Once again, I've been on the fighting end from ensuring that our marching band had the best teachers and directors in front of them, to making sure my daughter had the best care in 504 for her seizures, to just now recently making sure that there was a bus route going through my subdivision for my grandson. I want to be here as not only to bring the concerns of my own family to the board, but I want to be able to make change for every individual child in this district.
So if you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
Making sure that over the years, what I've realized is that we sit in between two school districts. One is that reads at the top of Michigan scores, one that reads a little bit better, but has always been known as a great school. I want us to have that great school, not just top of marching band, not just top of track, not just robotics. I want us to be in everything. Our test scores to be higher. Because we have some of the best teachers within our district. We have great teachers in our district. And I want what the teachers put into these kids' minds to show out and radiate.
Thank you.
One thing I can hear your passion. I can hear your passion in your voice. Seriously, I can really hear it, and it's exciting. Final question for you. What is your vision and mission for the district?
My vision for 5 years down the line
is for us to be a fiscally responsible district, which means we're doing everything that we can to do recycling and things of that matter that's gonna make sure that we're not having a carbon footprint in the earth. Secondly, I want us to be a school that people are proud to say that they came out of Oak Park, not just, oh, I was in the Archman, oh, I ran on the top team. No. I took 5 AP classes. I got college credits out of that. I graduated with a 4.5 GPA out of Oak Park. I made a difference, and I want that just for 10, 15 kids. I want that all across the board. When our kids graduate, I want them to be able to graduate and go to Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, any HBCUs, not on their parents' dime, but on the dime of those schools and those scholarships. That is my vision within 5 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Andrea Rogers, if you would like to come up. Right here.
Ms. Miles, you can take your sign.
Oh, Miss Patty.
Didn't we just ask her one question?
Two. Yes.
Oh, it was the other question. I guess I'm writing notes on that.
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. We're just gonna go through and ask a series of questions and then
Here, I'm gonna give
feel
her
free to
sign.
answer. Okay?
Oh, yeah, okay. So,
Thank you. All right.
oh, me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
Hi.
How you doing? All right. First question for you. What positive impact, immediate impact, could you have on this school board?
Well, I am a product of Oak Park Schools.
Everybody.
Not just the schools, I'm a product of the community.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Oak Park. I also purchased my parents' home, which I currently live in. So I've been in Oak Park for 46 years. So I think I can bring a lot of insight on how things were in the school system and how things pretty much are now. I still remained in the school system as far as volunteering. I'm also one of the members that kind of keep the alumni together. Right now, we're organizing a all-class alumni skating party. We've been involved in the Christmas parties that we've had. So I think I can offer a lot of insight as far as how things were, how things are now, and looking forward to the future to keeping a tight-knit family. Oak Park is known as a family city, so let's keep that going.
What are 3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself?
Energetic, athletic, kind.
Thank you.
Have you worked on any other committees before?
As far as Oak Park schools, no.
Well, just in general.
In high school, I was involved in everything. Outside of this, I do blood drives. I'm currently a registered nurse. I do blood drives in the state as well as outside of the state. I travel to do that. I educate on IV hydration, wound care, and therapy. I organize those. I just did an event 2 weeks ago in Waterford where we were getting the community involved in the motorcycle world. And I was one of the chairs in organizing that event, which over 1,000 motorcyclists attended. So I organized that setup.
How would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the interest of the students in the district?
I think the main thing is to listen to the students. A lot of people tend to overshadow them, but they have a voice as well. So I think it's good to listen to their insight, as well as speak to our counterparts and see what everyone feels is best for the students. In the end, I know everyone will choose to do what is best for the students, but I think you have to listen to the students as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. In your view, what does it mean to put students, which kind of led me into this question, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? And can you share an example of how you would apply that mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
Well, like I said before, you have to listen to the students. I was an educator for 13 years, as well as an administrator in a charter school in Detroit. So we had some challenges because it was an alternative school. These students had a lot of issues in the home. A lot of them came from detention centers. So they want to be heard. And that's the main thing I feel, that students need to have a voice. They need to feel like they matter. And if they don't have a voice, they don't feel like they matter. So I think involving students in decisions is key. But like I said, in the end, we're going to do what's best for the students. And you have to get them to understand, this is why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because of this. And I think talking to them one-on-one, talking to them and not at them, it helps. Hi.
I have a question for you, and that question is going to be working effectively with other school board members and the superintendent requires skills of communication and decision-making. How do you see yourself working in making those decisions?
I'm a team player. I don't like to take on tasks solely by myself. I believe that when you're dealing with a school board or there's a committee of people that are working together to achieve one common goal, then it requires everybody's input, not just one person. So I don't like to work alone. I believe in group work or group participation, and everybody having a say-so and a voice in something. I think that's the best way to positively carry something out and successfully.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next question. What is your vision and mission for the district? Was I?
No, I can say it.
Was I supposed to go? Oh, okay.
It's on her, but I still
It's on your
don't
phone.
know.
Okay.
We can do
As
it.
long as we get the questions
Yeah.
out.
Okay, I thought it was on
That's
there.
fine. Don't even worry about it. We're learning as we go.
All right. What is your vision and mission for the district?
I would like to see things, okay, as I said, I'm a product of Oak Park Schools and the Oak Park community. I enjoyed my matriculation through the high school. I really did. And I would like to see the students have the same experience that I had. It was a very positive experience. It was a lot of involvement in the teachers, the community, and people that weren't even involved in the school, just the community. There was a lot of community involvement. And I want them to have that same experience. I think that if they do have a positive experience, maybe one day they'll be like me and want to give back. I want to be able to give back and be an advocate for the students, the parents, the staff, administrators and whatnot. And I want it to just be a positive experience for them as it was for me.
If you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
It's reputation. It's reputation. I think a lot of people from the outside don't see what really goes on the inside. I think that needs to be brought to light. I know that there are good teachers in the school system. I know that there are good students in the school system, but I think a lot of the negative overshadows the positive. So if we could bring more positive things out and inform the community that positive things are going on in the school system, it will bring a better light to Oak Park Schools.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a connection to the school system?
My connection to the school system is that I'm an alumni. That's right. I'm an alumni. I was very much involved in the school. I was vice president of my class of 1996. I was the president of National Honor Society, vice president of Student Leadership Academy. I played basketball for 4 years on the varsity team. I played softball for my freshman year until it was cut due to budget cuts, but that's okay. I had that experience. I also ran track and played volleyball and received a academic and athletic scholarship thanks to my counselors at the school advocating for me and trying to make sure that I got that scholarship, those scholarships.
Okay, what strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, students, parents, and staff, are heard and considered in board decisions?
The strategy would be just to listen to them. Listen to what they have to say. You know, allow them to speak, give them a voice.
Okay, thank you.
Serving on the school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
By doing just that, I want to make sure that my opinion, how I feel, which sways me to vote, is in the best interest of the school system and the students. I'm not swayed very easily. People don't convince me to do things that I don't want to do. I have my own mind, my own decision making. I listen though. Like I said, listening is very important to me. I believe in listening to people. I believe in hearing someone out. I'll listen, but in the end, I'm going to do what's best for the school system.
Thank you.
Well, my last question for you tonight is, in the challenging times that we are facing this year, why have you decided to be a part of the decision-making process?
Well, I want to give back. I want to be, like I said earlier, an advocate for the students, the parents, staff. I want students that are in the school right now to see that they could be standing here years from now after graduation, that it's possible for someone to come out of the school system and take lead, be in charge of something, have a voice. I believe in public education. I've been through private school. I went to private school after leaving Oak Park Elementary School, went to private school and was immediately sent back to the high school because I developed a shell. Oak Park High School opened me back up and made me, like I said, who I am. It made me more outgoing. It made me a leader. Whereas in a private school, I was more secluded. It wasn't, you know, don't talk, don't do this, don't do that. They didn't encourage me the way that the public school system has.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours.
No problem.
Want to take your
Today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Great. We would just like for you to introduce yourself, and then we're gonna.
Make sure we live in the back.
Are we live, Jim?
We're gonna ask you a series of questions. You just answer them, and you'll be all set for the day.
Well, I am Kevin Keys III.
Okay, great. Thank you.
What's on me? How you doing today?
I'm doing
All
good.
right, first question. What positive, immediately impact could you have on this Board of Education?
Well, as someone who is not only a K through 12 alumni of this district, but as someone who has also have worked here, I have students that are still here, and I've always told them what is possible, what they could achieve. And we've always talked about, you know, we can live our wildest dreams, and they know that this is one of my dreams. And living this dream out will continue to inspire them to continue to move and to continue to grow and to continue to expand and be the bright young minds that they are.
Good. Thank you.
What are 3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself?
Passionate, determinate, and inspiring.
Have you worked on any committees before?
Yes, so I am the immediate past vice director of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I oversee the states of Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, the Bahamas, and the Dominican Republic. I also was appointed by the mayor and the city council of this great city of Oak Park to the Arts, Culture, and Diversity Commission in this just recent past appointment period.
Okay, how would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the best interest of the students and the district?
Well, I'm a teacher, so every day I'm making decisions that might not be popular with, you know, our students, but it's for the best of them. You know, sometimes they don't want to write papers, but that's a skill that we need. You know, sometimes they don't want to critically think, they want ChatGPT to do it for them, but that's a skill that we need. So it's like, that is one of the things, like, it's about doing things like that, like doing things that we don't want to do, and just trying to just go through it. I mean, I'm not always the most popular guy, but I do what's best for our people and our community.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Serving on the school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
Well, everything that I do will always be in the best interest of our students. The way that I teach is in the best interest of our students. The way that I operate is in the best interest of our community. I think most of everyone on this board has had an interaction with me and know that I'm very opinionated, and I have a mind of my own, and I'm very passionate, and I have my own beliefs. So I wouldn't let anyone else influence how I make my decision. My decision will always be student first. What does the students need? What do our teachers need? You know, I know often our teachers are not often represented. They're not often, you know, spoke for. So it's like giving them that voice and giving our students that voice and making sure that they always remain our priority. It's not about what everyone else. It's not about power grabs. It's not about people doing stuff for people for favors. It's about doing what's best for our community and for our students.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. The first question that I have is, working effectively with other school boards members, let me start over. Working effectively with other school board members and the superintendent requires skills of communication and decision-making. How do you see yourself working with making those decisions?
Well, thank you for that question. When I think about this, it brings me back to when I was finishing my doctorate degree at Virginia University of Lynchburg, and we took a class where it taught to us about a win-win matrix of how everyone has a win-win non-negotiable. Everybody has something that they want to do in order to get things done. The thing about this board, and I've watched a lot of the last few meetings, everyone's saying the same thing. Y'all are all saying the same thing. Everyone is saying the sky is blue, but some are saying the sky is powder blue. Some saying the sky is light blue, but it's all saying the same. Y'all all saying the same thing. Y'all all want what's better for the kids. Everyone has a passion for the kids, and it's very evident. And that's one thing that it's just like using that can't lose matrix. That everyone wins. What is our non-negotiables? Being able to communicate, being able to listen first. That active listening skill is very key. Not just being so quick to answer a question, not being so quick to give a solution, but just listening. Listening to what the other person has to say. Listening to what they're trying to address, what they're trying to persuade. What is their mission? What is their motive? Listening to their motives, listening to their words, and just looking at that full person, not being judgment first. Asking why rather than just judging. So that's I coming to this board with that approach, and just coming to we all can win, we all can achieve. At the end of the day, this is all about the school and it's all about the kids. And if we come with that mindset, we got a great board. We got a great board.
Thank you.
No problem.
Are you going to ask your other question?
No, you.
No, you want to. In your view, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? She would kind of probably do. And can you share an example of how you would apply that mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
Well, we're already faced with some difficult choices within our district. As working in the district, we are seeing that we are facing some academic issues. We are seeing a shortage in our teachers. Our teachers are getting overworked and they're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed. Our teachers are overwhelmed. Our special ed department, we need more support. It's a lot more that we need to do. There's a lot of things that we need to do to make sure that our district is moving forward. We have great resources in place, but we are not really allocating them the right way. So doing stuff like that can really help move our district in a positive direction.
Okay, what strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, students, parents, and staff are heard and considered in board decisions?
Well, the first thing that we should do is we got to communicate more. We have to get the word out. Just putting it on the website is not enough. We need to make sure that principals are sending in their newsletters. I know our principals, they are very active with newsletters and with parent communication. Putting it out there, hey, we would love for y'all to come to the board meetings. A lot of them be like, what a board meeting? When is a board meeting? Is it open to the public? A lot of them don't know. When it comes to our community and local government, a lot of people are not informed that you have the power to come in and listen in to the people that are making these decisions about our babies. That's one thing that a lot of people are not realizing. So when we get that message out there, when we tell them that this is possible, you can come in, you can talk to us. When we show them that, we are a team and we want you a part of this opinion, we want you a part of this decision that's being made, then they come out, we can increase our communication with them. Also, I do believe that we should have a city liaison here at every meeting. There should be someone from the city here to make sure that they are knowing what's going on, because we need to work as a community. It takes a village to raise a child. It's not just going to be just us. It takes the entire community. So our city needs to be more involved. So not only just adding the city liaison, but making sure that we have somebody within our schools communicating to our parents and our families that they need to come in.
Great, thank you.
Do you have any connection to school system?
The school system? Yes. This is my pride and joy. This is my heart. I went here from kindergarten all the way up into 12th grade. Once I went and got my degree, I came back and I became a teacher at my old elementary school in the same 3rd grade class that I was a student in. I laugh because when I tell you, I go back to, I just told this story to my students today, that it was a point in time, my 8th grade year, where I had a chance to go to Cass King Renaissance. I took that test. Everybody know about that Detroit test. And my dad was like, you're going to Cass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. By this time, I'm in the 8th grade, and I'm a part of the marching band. A marching band that is literally generating over $4.4 million in scholarships. So it's like, I'm like, why would I leave that Why would I leave that? So I had to make a deal. A little kid is making a deal with my dad. And my mom's in the room, so she can attest to this. I said, I take this test and I take it serious. Because if I take this test and I pass, I'm showing you that Oak Park is equipping me with everything I need to know to be successful. I took that test and he called that school and he asked them, he said, well, did he pass? They said, yes. And he said, well, where did he rank? They said out of over 1,200 students, he was ranked in the top 100. I looked at my dad and I said, can I stay in Oak Park now? He said, yes. 2020, I crossed the stage. And before 2023, I was a staff member back here teaching in the Oak Park School District. Teaching kids that this is what's possible. This is what we can do. You can be anything that you want. I got a parent that can contest to her child. I always told them they can achieve whatever they want. I'm a proof that the Oak Park School District works. That it is possible. I graduated in COVID, 2020. They have no prom, no graduation, no nothing. But that love for Oak Park, it never left. I was at home as the class president, sending letters to all of the kids in the high school, telling them, hey, Ms. Peterson said that you have up until this day to turn in work. You have up until this day to do this, to make sure you have a passing grade. If you don't have any food, if you don't have any lunch or dinner, because that's one thing that a lot of our kids lost, they lacked when COVID happened. I was calling restaurants, hey, if my kids come up with IDs, can they get a free meal? That's how Mighty Wings and all those different things started with people who was able to show, their students was able to show their IDs, because I cared about our students. That never changed. That is still me to this day. So my involvement with Oak Park is my heart, and I don't ever see myself getting away from it.
Oh, it's my turn. Your turn was amazing. Okay. So if you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
The way we service our special ed, our education students. There's a need. There is a need. My first year teaching, I sat in a room with over seven students with IEPs. There are contracts that state that I shouldn't have sat in a room like that, but I did not frown upon it. I rose to the occasion, and we've seen over 120% academic growth on iReady. Because I took that time to listen to our kids. We don't have the wingspan to do that right now because we're lacking services. We are lacking teachers. So now we have too many students in a class with a great teacher, but they're overworked and they're overwhelmed. They need somebody to listen to them. They need somebody to hear them. A lot of our teachers are crying out for help, and we need to listen. I was one of those teachers. I sat alongside a lot of those teachers. We need to help, and we need to make that change. We got teachers that's been here for over 25 years that don't want to go anywhere, but they hurting, and we have to be there for them. We have to show them that we see them. We have to show these students that we see them. Y'all, I was one of these students that came up here when I was in kindergarten, and I seen a board that was so beautiful, that was so amazing, that they were my superheroes. Those was the ones I looked up to. We gotta bring that back. Bring the kids and seeing our board as superheroes. A lot of y'all that I see today, I still see as superheroes. Tyler was my security.
Superhero.
I didn't believe that nothing could happen when she was in that room. When she was on them trips with us, when we went to Alabama and we went to Atlanta, we knew we had somebody protecting us. We have to bring that community back.
Final question for you. Final question. I hear your passion.
Yes.
I hear it. We know you definitely Oak Park. Final question. You're going to do this in 30 seconds.
Got you.
Now, if I'm out of order, the president will put me in order. I don't mind being put in order. What is your vision and mission for this district?
30 seconds. All right. Okay, cool. Come on. I see a school. I see a school that shows a full child, not just one part of a child. A child that is academically sound, musically sound, artistically sound, athletically sound. Just someone who can just be just great, someone who is expanded, someone who is told that they can be anything that they want in this world, someone who is able to go to college and be prepared and fully prepared, not just someone who just said, oh, I got there. No, someone who said, I got there and I've achieved and I've conquered. That is what I see our district in. Someone who is a district that is growing, a district that is expanding, and a district that is so full that we have waiting lists in every school. There we go.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We
Also, you
hear
can
your
take the
passion
name
in your
tag.
heart.
Yes.
Everyone today has been phenomenal.
Aw.
All right, thank you. Hello, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
All right, we're going to start with, you could just introduce yourself, and then we'll ask you a series of questions.
Sure. My name is Jacob Groh. I have been an educator for 17 years now, primarily in elementary education. I have just recently moved back to the United States in 2020. I worked briefly for Oak Park Schools, actually from 2020 to 2022. And education is my passion, helping students, helping children, helping communities. That's what I love to do. So I'm just here because I love my community, I love what I do, and I want to find ways that I can help.
Okay, great, thank you.
Good. All right. Your first question.
Yes.
What positive immediate impact could you have on this Board of Education?
I think that this Board of Education has, first of all, done a phenomenal job in the last couple of years of community engagement, and I think that something I'd be able to bring to that is to increase that reach. I'm a member of the community. I live here in Oak Park. My kids both attend Oak Park schools, and I would be a voice for this school district.
What are 3 adjectives you use to describe yourself?
Humble, caring, and enthusiastic.
Do you have a connection to the school system at all?
Yeah, I do. As I mentioned, my son actually went to Lessinger when he was in preschool, and my youngest now attends for GSRP for speech services, and he will attend when he's 4 next school year.
How would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the best interest of the students of the district?
I think that's a problem that's happening in education right now in general, right? There's things that we know are good for kids, and we're being told kind of to dial it back a little bit, but as educators, it's our job to advocate for these children and make sure that they're seen and heard. And I think that in the face of adversity and pushback, I've always done what's right. I've always fought for what I believe is the right thing, and I would continue to do that for the students here in this community.
Great, thank you.
Good evening. In your view, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? And can you share an example of how you would apply that mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
Yes, I think that, as an educator myself, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I'm thinking about is, how can I serve my students best in my classroom? And you need to think about the individual needs of the students as well as the overall community. And that's something that I try to do every single day. Some parents might not be able to afford to send their kids to school with a hot lunch or a lunch or a breakfast, or maybe even a winter jacket. And I think it's our approach to problem solving, figure out how to get those kids the things that they need. Specifically at the school that I'm in, several years ago, there was a student that was unable to afford to go on the 5th grade camping trip, and I worked closely with the administration building in Farmington to get that child a scholarship to make sure that they could go so they could be with their peers in order to have that same end of year experience with them.
Thank you.
I was still,
That's okay,
processing
yeah.
and letting that delay happen. I do apologize. In the challenging times that we are facing this year, why have you decided to be a part of that decision-making process?
So I want to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. And I think that a lot of the times we see what we're up against, and it really is an uphill battle. And some people don't know where to start. I decided to start somewhere with what I know. I've been an educator for 17 years. I can make a difference here and now. And so that's why I decided to apply for this position, to see how much I can help my community grow.
I thought she was going to. What is your vision and mission for this district?
I would like to see this district continue to grow and expand learning opportunities for children and also for other members of the community as well. I know that we've got populations that that could benefit from maybe career or technical training. And I think it's important to enhance that outreach for members of the community that would be interested for self-improvement. I would like to see Oak Park Schools become a place for all learners, including adults, children, whoever might be in need of assistance. I think that this would be a great place for them to come to.
And if you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
Ooh. I've worked with a lot of fabulous educators. I know that Oak Park Schools has amazing educators. I'm still friends with many of them. I think that a problem we're facing overall in education right now is attendance. And I think that we need to try to address chronic absenteeism in a way that is beneficial for everybody and not in a way that shames parents or makes them feel bad for not being able to attend. We need to expand our reach to make sure that we're helping every kid get to school every day.
Have you worked on any committees before?
I've served on several committees, both at my school and while I was teaching at Einstein as well. I've been a part of the Sunshine Committee at my school, which is a nice way of saying we try to bring positivity to everybody around us, and that goes from having breakfast for the staff to going around and writing thank you notes, just making sure people are seen and heard in their greatness. I've also served as the leader of the summer school program in 2024-2025 school, the 23-24 school year. I served as the co-director of the summer learning program there, so I helped kind of engage parents and letting them know what programs were available. I got students to sign up. I helped teachers gather their materials and make sure that they had what they needed as well. I also served as part of the school improvement committee at my school as well, so I would sit in on meetings to find out what everybody needed, what all stakeholders needed to feel like our school was growing in the right direction.
Okay. What strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, staff, students, and parents are heard and considered in board decisions?
Yeah, I think that's an important thing, right? With community engagement, you want all the constituents want to make sure that their voices are being heard. And I think it's important to do that outreach when we're making big decisions, right? Let them know ahead of time what challenges we might face and what the benefits could be, and making sure that we get that buy-in ahead of time.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me. Serving on a school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
So I think that as an educator, I think on your school board, I'm always going to put kids first in every single decision that I make. Even if it's unpopular with my friends or family members, that doesn't sway me in any decisions that I make. They may not understand what we're doing, but I think that it's important that they know that no matter what's happening, it's for the best interest of our children.
Thank you.
Hello, sorry, again.
That's okay.
The other question that I have was, working effectively with other school board members and the superintendent requires skills of communication and decision-making. How do you see yourself working with those decisions?
Yeah, I think that when I thrive on collaboration. I love working with my teammates at my school, and I love working with parents to make sure that I understand what their concerns are and the needs of their children. And so I think that keeping lines of communication open is vital to the success of any public school or institution. So I would make sure that I'm available and respond in a timely manner if a community member reaches out, or a fellow board member or the superintendent reaches out and has a request. I think it's important to respond in a timely manner, and I would do so accordingly. And I'm sorry, what was the second part of your question?
How do you see yourself working with those decisions?
So I would see myself looking at the decision that I'm being asked to undertake, and instead of just coming out with an answer right away, I think it's important to take a little bit of time to reflect and think about what you actually need to have happen. and then come forward, present an idea to either the board or the superintendent. And if my idea is no good, we can sit down and work on it together, and I'm happy to do that.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Great. All right, you are all set. Mr. Grow, you can take your name tag if you
Oh,
want.
thank you.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Mrs. Greer is going to go get our next candidate. All right, we are going to start with you just stating your name, and then we'll have a series of questions for you.
Okay, thank you. Good
You're
evening,
welcome.
everyone. My
Good
name
evening.
is Larminda Davis.
Great. Hello.
Introduce herself.
She can, but last time it went into what the questions we were going to ask, so I just,
Yeah.
I didn't want them repeating themselves. Okay. It's on you, Trustee Tyler.
So me, yeah, I get to go first. Today. Oh, how you doing?
Good.
The first question is, what is your vision and mission for this board?
Okay, thank you so much first of all, let me just say thank you all for allowing me to be here. It's a pleasure to be back in this room again. As a former board member, it was always my vision for Oak Park to be a school district where every child is valued, seen, and have access to equitable resources. My mission, which was part of my campaign, because I did run for a seat and I was not successful, but during that time, my mission for the school board was to champion every child's potential. Again, by making sure they had all the support and the resources that they needed and that they were equitably distributed throughout the school district.
What are 3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself?
3 adjectives that I would use to describe myself is collaborative. I am collaborative by nature. I believe the best work comes when everyone agrees to work together. I am passionate. I have worked 30 years. I'm a licensed social worker, and I have worked 30 years in being a voice for the voiceless in a variety of areas, mainly with families and children. And I am dedicated. I believe in sticking to a task until that task is completed.
Thank you.
So, have you worked on any other committee other than the board before?
Yes, ma'am. I am very, very active in community work. I currently am the vice president of the state coalition for the Michigan Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence. I am a committee chairperson of the Detroit Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I serve on the board of directors for St. Leo's Soup Kitchen, and I also serve on the National Program and Planning Committee of the National Delta Sigma Theta Sorority.
Okay, thanks.
How would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the best interest of the students and the district?
Oh, that is a very tough question. I think the way to keep your eyes on the prize, so to speak, for me, is to keep this question in my mind. And that question is, how will this decision impact the student's ability to learn, their safety, and their well-being? And I think by focusing on that question, I could always bring myself back to that. When there's a tough decision, not being swayed by anyone, but making my decision rooted in the fact, is this in the best interest of the student and the school district?
Thank you.
Good evening, Ms. Davis. Serving on a school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
Going back to that previous question, if I focus on that question, making sure I'm always asking, is this decision in the best interest of the child? And always trying to make decisions based on that. Not that everything will be always right, but rooted in that, is it in the best interest of students and the school district?
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey.
The first question I have is, working effectively with other school board members and the superintendent requires skills of communication and decision-making. How do you see yourself working with making those decisions?
I think one of my skills, you only asked for 3. If I had to continue, communication would be at the top of that list as well. I believe that the key in working with other board members is collaboration, which I did state as one of my skills, and respect. So even if we disagree, if we go back to that question, is this in the best interest of the school or the student, we usually can come to consensus. Because sometimes everybody's not going to be in full agreement, but if everyone can work towards focusing on what's best for the district and having those hard conversations and realizing that everyone has their own opinion and their thought, but to trust that everyone is acting in the best interest from their lens.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter.
What positive, immediately impact could you have on this Board of Education?
Well, immediately I can impact because I sat in this seat before. So I can hit the ground running, so to speak, without having to do that learning curve. Now, I'm sure some things have changed in the 6 months or whatever that I haven't been in this seat, but I already understand the gravity of the role. I already understand what it takes. I already understand some of the policies. And having had a hand in the decision making for some of the things that's still currently going on, it would be really awesome to see some of those things come to fruition. So the positive impact is that I have the skills, I have the experience, And I have the passion to immediately begin to continue the great work that this school board is doing.
If you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
If I could change one thing, I think it would be parent engagement. Getting parents engaged is key to so many other areas. So really figuring out how do we do that? How do we get these seats filled at school board meetings? How do we communicate in a way that creates transparency, which then creates trust? So that's one area that I see that we can work on, is parent engagement.
Thank you.
Do you have any connection to the school system? Like kids or anything?
No, I don't have any little ones, thank God. No. But even since I've been off the board, I have been working on the subcommittee with the Oak Park Youth Assistance Program. I have collected school supplies, which I have in my car that I need to get to someone. But just trying to stay engaged as I can, yes.
Okay, what strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, students, parents, and staff, are heard and considered in board decisions?
I think it takes a variety of strategies. I think, one, figuring out what will get parents here, so we can hear their voices. Two, creating a means either through focus groups or surveys or task force where where parents' voices are heard. And then again, I mentioned having this two-way communication. Not only hearing what they say, but demonstrating how what they said was implemented. And again, creating trust and transparency by doing that.
Great, thank you.
In your view, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? And can you share an example of how you would apply that mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
I don't want to sound like a broken record,
Sorry.
but asking that question, how does this decision impact the students' learning, their safety, and their well-being? And if you can focus on that with all decisions, all votes, I think it goes a long way. So for instance, if we were making a budgeting decision, I would most likely support something like a resource for the classroom or counseling or extracurricular activity over administrative overhead, because those things directly impact the student, the resources in the class, the extracurricular activities. So that's an example of how I would base my decisions.
Thank you.
Pardon me. Madam President,
Yes.
can I ask one of my alternate questions? Because I do know that it seems like, it's kind of repetitive.
Okay. It's okay with me? Yes, it's okay.
Okay. So in the challenging times that we are facing this year, with other members of the leadership team, what is your vision of education in this community?
Say it one more time.
Sure. In the challenging times that we are facing this year, with other members of the leadership team, what is your vision of education in this community?
I think in challenging times, that's when you need strong leadership the most. And I have a very strong background in leading, and those skills are transferable in times where most often people want to be heard. So using those communication skills, all my social work skills, right? Collaboration, active listening, because most people want to do the right thing. They might just have a different way of getting there. So you have to come to some type of consensus. And again, putting personal agendas aside and asking that same question, what's in the best interest of the school board and the students here at Oak Park?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
That's
you can
it?
Take,
Okay.
you can take your name tag with you.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
No checks or anything?
All right, thank you yet
Thank you.
again.
Have a great evening.
You too, thank you.
Opportunity.
Ms. Greer is going to get our last candidate for the evening. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Okay, we're going to start by you just saying, telling us your name, and then we'll ask you a series of questions. And
Okay. My name is Tiffany Carter.
hello.
How you doing, Ms. Carter?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just have a few questions for you. All right, first question. What is your vision and mission for this district?
To see it grow and expand, for it to continue to be a community-based community. I basically know everybody on my block. And we see each other, we walk, and that's the way and the reason why I moved to Oak Park. It's small, it's community, like people look out for each other.
Thank you.
So if you could change one thing about Oak Park School District, what would it be?
To be honest, the lunch. My kid goes to the school and he has to pick and choose what he wants to eat. There's not an option for, I guess, better food, even if we want to have leftovers and bring it to school, because we don't eat the same thing like everybody else. So just something different, that aspect.
Have you ever worked on any committees before?
In my early college years,
Okay.
one was like the National Black Association through my college. Another one was being a part of the HIV committee that was downtown Detroit. But other than that, no. I'm in leadership training right now at my church.
Okay.
So that's outside of the school setting.
Okay. How would you approach making tough decisions that may not be popular but are in the best interest of the students in the district?
Seeing all sides, communication, listening, and just making sure that a sound decision is collectively agreed upon and not being judgmental.
Thank you.
In your view, what does it mean to put students at the center of every decision we make as a board? And can you share an example of how you would apply that mindset if faced with a difficult choice?
Every child is important. I have a child that attends school, and my forefront of his education and everybody that he partakes with, his peers, is excellent. Like, you treat people with respect, how you communicate, whether you're on the game, whether you are in person. It's how you talk to people, and understanding that everybody is not like you. So whatever goes on in your house, you have to act like it does not exist, because somebody could be homeless and you don't even know it. An example could be when you wake up in the morning, give thanks and be kind. I ask my kid all the time, like, why does your peers get up angry? What is behind being angry and fighting all the time? And I instill in him to, you know, just be cautious. He told me an incident today, and I'm like, that probably wasn't funny. So you have to be mindful of how you're interacting with your peers, and then being a better person and pulling your peers to the side and say, you know what, that probably wasn't right. How you think that will make somebody else feel? So just acknowledging people's feelings and understanding, and collectively, like, strongly being a better community.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
The first question that I have for you is working effectively with other school board members. And the superintendent requires skills of communication and decision-making. How do you see yourself working at making those decisions?
I see myself fitting in. For over 10 years, I've worked in the social work field. That is my background. My passion is working with people who have mental health issues. So that is, again, listening and understanding that everybody has a collective opinion and not rushing a decision. Working with others, that is my background. So all cultures, all diversities, whether you have high education, low education, you're homeless, you have the best of the best, I communicate. That's just in my nature. I think that's why I survived this long in the social work field. That's my background. That's my passion, serving people.
That's good.
Thank you.
Question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What positive immediate impact could you have on this Board of Education?
Listening to what has already been like presented, but also being creative and seeing what else can be, put together. Like my current job that I am doing right now, we sit down and we collectively talk about each person on our roster. It's not an individual thing, it's a collective thing. So we will all have to agree, and if we disagree, we have to come to a collective agreement. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we missing? Take a step back, take a break, and come back to it. But I work as a team. I don't really like to work individually, but
Okay.
And what are 3 adjectives you would use to describe yourself?
3 adjectives. I like to communicate. I like to talk. Detail oriented, like a little. I don't want to say a little bit OCD, but I do. And being detail oriented, like I probably would notice something that another person wouldn't notice, and be like, well, how did you catch that? Because I'm a people watcher. I watch people. That's just social work.
Do you have a connection to the school system? You
My
said your
goes
child goes there?
Goes to the school. And he goes to Oak Park Preparatory. And I love it because it is a 6th, 7th, 8th. It is not a mixture. So that's good for us coming from homeschooling him after COVID. And so coaching him back into the building and preparing him. So he entered in 6th grade. And so now he's in the 8th grade. So we are moving good. And it's been a good 2 weeks.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Great. What strategies would you use to ensure that all voices in our community, students, parents, and staff, are heard and considered in board decisions?
That is, again, listening to the parents, listening to the students. What is on their minds? Why are they angry? Why are they upset? What is their concern? With that being said, you will have to take a collective look again and see how you can mitigate the situation. And again, being non-judgmental, you have to hear all sides and understand, like, why this group is upset, why this group upset. But in the middle, as a school board, how can we satisfy the collective and the community?
Great, thank you.
Great lead into my question. Serving on a school board often means you'll hear opinions from friends, community members, or even other board members about how you should vote. How would you ensure your decisions remain independent and always in the best interest of students?
Blocking out distractions. My vote and my decision making is collectively between me and God. So whatever my decision is, it cannot be moved. It will not be moved. That's how I manage my house. You can't move me just because you want a bag of chips and I told you we can't afford it. Like, that's not gonna work.
Thank you.
My final question of the night. In the challenging times that we are facing this year, why have you decided to be a part of the decision-making process?
Okay, so a little fun fact about me, I love to go to school. And just recently, I guess I'm gonna tell this to the world and y'all too. Me and my cousin and guy decided that I'm gonna go back for my doctorate degree. So that the specialization that I chose was leadership administration. And so I was scrolling on the OPART website and this came up and I was like, God's trying to tell me something. Let me see, let me push the button, and then I got nervous. So I believe that God is putting me in a leadership role that I want to do, but I'm like, ooh, what is it about? That sort of thing. So I'm testing the waters, to be honest. Like, I want to see my community thrive. And me and God had a conversation about, oh, what it would be like to work with Oak Park. And okay, yeah. Boom. The other day it popped up, so I applied. So yes.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, Mrs. Carter? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Carter, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time. You can take your name tag if you would like. And we will see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Break, 5-minute break?
You have
5-minute
education vacancy. Does anyone have any nominations?
I have a nomination.
Trustee Clark,
I would like to nominate Larminder Davis.
any second?
A second.
Second. Ms. Greer, please call the roll. I'm sorry. Motion made by trustee Clark, seconded by trustee Heather Perriman Tanks. Can you please call the roll?
Clark,
Yes.
Copeland,
No.
Madison,
Yes.
Scott,
No.
Perriman Tanks.
Yeah.
You said yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Tyler.
No.
Okay, so that is the split, correct?
So we make another nomination.
Yes.
Does anyone else want to nominate anybody?
I nominate Kevin Keys.
One. Okay, go ahead.
Second.
Did I do that wrong?
Yeah, I was supposed to call you, but
Oh,
you're
my
fine.
bad.
You're fine. Okay, motion made by trustee Scott and seconded by trustee Corcoran. Mrs. Greer, please call the roll.
Tyler,
Yes.
Perriman Tanks,
No.
Scott,
Yes.
Madison,
No.
Copeland,
Yes.
and Clark.
No.
I'd like to make a nomination.
All right.
You guys,
You would like a nomination?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Tiffany Carter.
Tiffany Carter. Anybody second?
well, I didn't hear that.
She would like to
Tiffany.
nominate Tiffany Carter.
Perriman
Tiffany
Tanks,
Carter.
Tiffany Carter. Anybody want a second? I'll second. All right. Motion made by trustee Perriman Tanks, seconded by trustee Madison. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark,
No.
Copeland,
No.
Madison,
Yes.
Scott,
No.
Perriman Tank,
Yes.
motion failed.
All right, motion failed.
You didn't call me.
Would anyone else?
Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh, yeah, I thought
No,
somebody
ma'am.
was
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'll make another motion.
All right. Would you like to?
I would like to nominate Jacob Grow.
Any second?
Second.
Second. Motion made by trustee Clark, seconded by trustee Perriman Tanks. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Who's second?
I did.
Heather Perriman Tanks.
Me.
Okay. Clark,
Yes.
Copeland,
Yes.
Copeland,
Yes.
She said yes.
Madison,
Yes.
Scott,
No.
Perriman Tank,
Yes.
yes,
Yep.
and Tyler.
No.
All right, that motion passes.
Yep.
All right, congratulations to, that was four.
That was four. She said yes.
She said Scott said no.
Dawn said yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 said
Well, I
yes.
said, I'm sorry,
You said yes.
I don't know why I said yes. My vote was no, I'm sorry. I do apologize.
How do we go?
I thought I said no, but I guess there's so much on my mind,
Well, we got
I
to
apologize. It's a no vote for me.
Do we go back or
Apologize.
just, no? The motion failed, do I say that?
It passed, you would have to re-vote. That's why you ask and you let them answer. That's why I said she answered, move on. Now, you have to resend your vote.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and
I know.
so you
No,
have.
I don't, though, that's why you said it. probably.
No, I was saying, yeah. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it down.
All right, so,
So you have to make a motion to resend your vote.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to, I was waiting for her to finish. I would like to make a motion to rescind my vote to no. Pay attention, I gotta focus. I'm not focusing
we
right
cool? All right, any other nominations? Yes.
I'll make a nomination for Andrea Rogers.
now.
Andrea Rogers, anybody second that motion?
I'll second it.
A second? Okay, motion made by trustee Perryman Tank, seconded by trustee Scott. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Copeland,
No.
Clark,
Yes.
Madison,
Yes.
Perriman-Tank,
Yes.
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Scott,
Yes.
and Tyler.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Congratulations to Andrea Rogers.
Not to be in here, because you got to influence on me. Yes, you do. That's no out of order.
You can't,
But
you can't leave.
No,
Okay, we'll go to item number
You and I
6.
would need to talk tomorrow.
We have to, should we actually make the motion or?
oh, if you weren't here,
Yes, sorry. All right, you want to make a motion?
No, I was just waiting for her to finish.
Trustee Clark? You make a motion?
Ms. Pat, do we need to make the official motion number 5?
it would be nice if you do.
Yes, ma'am. Whereas a vacancy has been caused on this Board of Education by reason of resignation, and whereas the Board of Education has by law authority to fill a vacancy for the unexpired term thereof, now therefore be it resolved by a majority vote of all remaining members of the Board of Education of the Oak Park School District that Andrea Rogers be and hereby is appointed to serve as a member of the Board of Education of this school district for the unexpired term of Alburn Elvin, ending December 31st, 2026.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Clark, seconded by trustee Tyler. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark,
Yes.
Copeland,
Yes.
Madison,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Perriman-Tank,
Yes.
and Tyler.
Yes.
Okay, we'll now go to item number 6, public participation. Trustee Perriman Tank, can you please read the public comment guidelines?
Welcome to a public meeting of the Oak Park Board of Education. All meetings are held in public except those specifically exempted by, oh, that's wrong, sorry. Public to comment. Because the Oak Park Board of Education values public meetings, not just meetings in public, we welcome public comments on school issues. Speakers are asked to express themselves in a civil manner with due process for the dignity and privacy of others who may be affected by public comments. The public comment portion of the meeting cannot be used to make personal attacks against a school board member or school district employee that disrupt the order of the meeting and are totally unrelated to the manner in which the member or employee performs his or her duties. Speakers should be aware that if statements violate the rights of others under the law of defamation or invasion of privacy, such comments may result in legal liability. Most comments can be concisely stated in 3 minutes, and the board respectfully asks that comments remain focused on the topic or issue and not be directed at specific personnel or board members.
Okay, do we have any public participation? Okay, we will move to item number 7, communications. Any communications from you?
Yeah,
Mr.
so I just want to remind the board, in my absence this week, as we're going to California, Assistant Superintendent Shana Murphy will be in charge of the district. She'll have all the authorities and keys to do what she has to do to run the district for this upcoming week. And remind the board that next week I will be at the superintendent's conference. She will also be in charge for that week, running the district. She knows, she has both my phone numbers. I'll be accessible to her on anything she needs. If you have pressing issues during that time, in Traverse City it's glitchy with T-Mobile, you can't get a hold of me, but say something is really important, you can't get a hold of me, Ms. Murphy, Assistant Superintendent Murphy, will be accessible to you. She will also give me a daily update of what's transpiring. If you would like that, just to see what happened, you know, it's not typical that I'm out. And so when I'm out, if you would like that, the report that she generates for me, I'll be happy to forward that. Is that something that you guys want to just see while I'm gone?
I would, yes.
Yes?
That'd be great. Yes, good
Yeah,
choice.
okay.
Yes.
So what I'll do is I'll have her send me a daily update of the going-ons in the district, and I'll just forward it to you. I'm gonna forward it to the whole board, so don't respond back. It's just one-way communication. Okay?
Okay.
1, 2. Enrollment's looking good.
That's my question.
But nothing really truly counts until October count day. So everything is great, you get excited, but until you get the actual count, we'll report that. And in the first meeting in October, you will get the academic report, and that's what I've hinted to you guys, that it's a good report. Assistant Superintendent Murphy will do that at a board meeting for you guys.
Okay.
That's all I have.
So you have, okay, any communications from the board? Trustee Tyler?
Went to the first football game because it was fun. It was exciting. They took that Farmington game from us. They took that from us. They took it because I was right in the end zone when I saw it. But it was great for, it was nice crowd. It just to see, the community come out and come to support our students. As well as got a couple challenges at the gate, but I think our superintendent is rectifying that with our athletic director on, taking some, the cash and whatnot. And so, but it was just great to just be out amongst the community, as well as Trustee Heather Tank, we was out there. It was just great just to be out there, and as well as that we did win at Berkeley the other day, and so that was great. And so I'm excited about football. It's football time, and so I'm excited. So thank you, President, for this time.
No problem. Any other communications? Trustee Clark?
I just want to wish you all that are traveling, Angel, and I know Tyler, all of those that are traveling, I wish you safe travels. I wish that, I hope everything goes well, and I hope that you can bring back some valuable nuggets for the board.
Yes.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I wanted to let you guys know that the workshop that you all brought up at the last meeting, y'all know what I'm talking about with MASB? I reached out about that, so I'm waiting on an answer with that to get that rolling. Also, thank you for assisting me. I've only been a president for 14 days, so it's something new for me. So thank you for everyone that's been calling and assisting me and everything. I really appreciate that.
I wanted to say about us doing a retreat though.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Putting together something we could go, like we were talking about, go away, not too far. But,
I said I'd try.
oh, she said she would drive.
She did.
So somewhere
She said we could drive.
where Zandra could drive.
Wherever we can figure out
Get
what
something together
weekend.
so we could get together and,
So.
we are all woman board now.
If y'all don't miss mine,
Give me some guidance as a board.
Oh.
And I'll do it.
we can do like a survey, see
All
what,
woman board.
Okay, yeah, so we can do a survey.
do a survey of what's going on.
We got
I just need
this.
to hear the word, I haven't heard yet. Let's direct the superintendent to get us to explore some retreats for us.
Well,
I need that, once I hear that, I'll do the rest.
Okay, that. Sorry, no. Okay, yeah, what you just said. Thank you. That was a
No,
lot.
you can't say.
That was a lot.
So what I'm gathering is that you would like a retreat somewhere drivable.
Yes, you can give us ideas.
Okay, and then I will create some options. I'll work with Pat
Okay.
on work with Pat on Wednesday. I'm not gonna be on talking terms on Tuesday. No, I'm kidding. We'll work together on some retreats. When you do retreats, they're perfectly legal to go out and conduct board business.
Okay, great.
So it's perfectly legal to do that. We'll post it, we'll follow the guidance, and then we'll send you a survey on some topics that you would like, or you could start texting, email, hey, I really think we need this.
Okay.
And then we'll compile, and I'll have Ms. Philpott send it out, survey. She'll do a survey for you guys.
Before
Send
it
it back.
get real cold,
Okay.
1 hour, not real cold.
Right.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Driving?
Oh.
So do the adjournment.
Yes, so, any other communications? Okay, all right, items number 8, adjournment.
The next meeting of the Board of Education will be held Monday, September 22nd, 2025, at 6 p.m. in the boardroom at the Administration Building. Have a good evening.